Hi, and welcome to the Risks demo by Tenroot. Today, we would like to showcase two modules which are included in our Risks package. Kerbshield, a module built to provide an additional layer of security over authentication and authorization processes in Active Directory network. And our Push module, built to provide advanced multi-factor authentication and by that, protect identities. So let's begin. The first scenario we would like to showcase regards protecting the process of adding a user to an administrative group. Administrative groups hold the highest privileges in the network, and the user in those groups may perform any action it wishes to. Today we would show how using Kerbshield and our Push modules creates a scenario in which such groups can become a vault that requires two key holders to open at the same time in order to be accessed, and that is by using the multiple moderators feature. On your screen, you can see the action of adding the user, low-priv user, to an administrative group named domain admins. Upon performing the action, two alerts would be sent to two different phones. Those phones belong to the moderators of that group. In this case, the multiple moderators feature requires both of the moderators to approve the request. Otherwise, the user would not be added to the domain admins group. And just like that, we created a situation in which the domain admins group has been acted upon as a vault, which required two keys to be opened at the same time in order to be accessed. The next scenario we would like to showcase is remote administration. Such scenario is highly common in all domain networks and IT departments. On screen, you can see a user attempting to authenticate to an RDP connection for remote administration. Upon authentication, the user would receive a push notification on his phone. When approved, the user would be granted access and would be able to perform actions for remote administration. Kerbshield is used as the infrastructure which monitors and controls authentication and authorization requests, while the Push module provides the multi-factor authentication on those requests. Please note, Kerbshield is agentless. It requires zero installation on the clients and only requires one single installation on the domain controller. Let's move on to the next scenario. Identity theft scenarios are diverse. There's a large number of them. Today we would showcase one and show how an attacker may not receive the identity it is trying to steal. On the right side, you can see an attacker attempting to perform a Kerberoasting attack live, by that to receive the identity of a user. That attacked user will receive an email to his account. That email will contain an approve or reject button. In case the user rejects the request, the attacker would be denied of that attack and also would receive an error which does not indicate that the user has been the one to block access to that identity. As you can see, the attacker receives an error message which indicates that something is wrong regarding the identity he is trying to target. For comparison, the attacker would now retry its attack. This time the user would approve the request. The result of that approval would be a long string of characters. That string represents the encrypted password of the attacked user. The last feature we would like to showcase today is protecting sensitive services. For this example, we would like to show how we can protect an extremely sensitive file server, and doing so while showcasing the minimum approvers feature. On the top left side, you can see a user trying to access a file server, while there are three different moderators for that server. One of those moderators would not be available today, but thanks to the minimum approvers feature, two approvers would be enough in order to receive service. This feature allows you to assign multiple moderators to a sensitive service while dodging the bullet in case of unavailability of one of those moderators, which may cause denial of service in some cases. I want to thank you all for listening and wish you a great day.